For me, the interview was a bit of a joke, really, honestly. I just found it really frustrating because the first interview I had was Paul. Paul is I think it's Rock in Land Investments or something. He's got some kind of a car boot sale business. He's the fat, sweaty one with the stubble. Paul the Pillock, as I like to call him. He just unnecessarily gave me stupid questions. He wouldn't let me answer a question. I mean, the whole global organization thing were his words. The whole 15 businesses was his words. And the way they cut it, I mean, you could see the conversation didn't make sense. You'd kind of have him asking something, and then me saying something, and then somebody else saying something, and then me saying something again. The way they cut it, it was kind of a mishmash of everything that happened. And when I finished watching it, I was seriously irritated when I saw my preview before the You're Fired show. And I kind of went to the producer and said, right, you need to explain this to me because my interviews were not that bad and you made it look like I knew nothing about Amstrad, I'd done no research. And I ask you, did you actually hear a single question being asked to me? He said, you obviously didn't research Sir Alan very much, and I said no. And that's where they picked it up from. The conversation before that was, what does Amstrad stand for? What does Amstrad do? What products do we make? How much money has he made? What's he worth? All of the questions which I knew the answers to, and I answered. He then said, right, but you do realise your apprenticeship isn't with Amstrad. Your apprenticeship is with Alan Sugar. So you need to know about him. How many children has he got? What do his children do? How many grandchildren has he got? How old is his son? What does his eldest son do? I mean, come on, what kind of, I mean, you'd have to have real crap in your brain to want to move it out of the way to put stuff like that in there. If you're going to go for a job interview, you're not going to want to know what colour underwear the boss wears, are you? So I just thought it was a big joke, really. And to me, the interview stages are a way of them to just make you look like a twat and justify the firings. Because that's what they do. They know they've got full control over the edit. They can make me look like the most well-researched, fantastic individual ever on The Apprentice, or they can make me look like a complete and utter arse. And I think they chose to make me look like a complete utter arse because they built the Tre character so big that people kind of thought, no, Tre has to win. So they had to make it really kind of bang, crash, drop Tre to the ground, stamp on his head, bend him over and give him a good whipping type thing. And that's what happened in the end. And I just got butchered. Yes, I've been watching Big Brother. It's been really interesting, hasn't it? Especially with this whole new race rail thing. To be honest, I'm a bit worried about it now. Because, you know, we were all going politically crazy and we had this conversation before, so I'm not going to go into it. But I read a lot about it, about what happened with the girl Emily and Charlie. But from what I read, it wasn't meant in a racist way. It wasn't in any form kind of said with any malice. And I think she almost was under the misconception that you can say stuff like that because you feel you're somebody's friend. But like you say, you know, it was far too early for them to be friends, and I think she maybe not realizing and maybe with absolutely no intention just ended up saying the wrong thing, trying to blend and trying to become one with her. She ended up alienating herself and effectively screwed herself up. But what worries me about it is, what else can you not say? What else can you not do? Is that it now? I mean, does that mean now in a movie or in a TV program you can't say anything bad about anyone? How do comedians get away with it? I think we're all going to have to become comedians in order to say what we really want to say. We'd all go on stage, cuss everybody, and really get it all out of our system, and then go back and act like pussies in front of everyone else. There will always be stupid people, there will always be ignorant people, but let's not try and hang them straight away. Let's leave the hanging for the paedophiles, the murderers, and the scumbags. When somebody makes a mistake, educate them, teach them that, do you know what, nowadays it's just not acceptable, I'm afraid. I know it's a little bit sad, but just be careful what you say, because you are going to offend people. I know that I'm not necessarily politically correct, but I am careful of what I say, because I do not want to be perceived as a racist. Whereas I think you'll find Asian people are probably the most racist. We hate everyone. It's true. Pakistanis hate everyone. We're not. That's why we're not actually racist. Because to be racist, you have to be prejudiced. You have to discriminate against a group. We discriminate against everyone. So we are the anti-racists. Treites will be anti-racist. We'll just hate the lot of them. Every colour, every creed is potential of being a moron, has the potential of being great, has the potential of being a complete arse, and has the potential of being loved, cared, and all the good shit that goes along with life as well.